Hello and welcome to Snowrunner News. I'm UK Gamer 808 and I take you through Snowrunner News as it happens. Now if you haven't seen any of my videos before, then you got a lot of catching up to do. We're on video 80 whatever, so basically every time there's an update or something's happened, then I'll post a video and let you know what's going on with it. So without further ado, let's cut the crap and get into it. So what have we got going on? September community update. So the first thing they're talking about in the Snowrunner community update is the Classico Pack Dlc. So they're saying we had a lot of discussions on that. Well, no, not discussions. A lot of people are pissed off about it. That's why, because you were very unclear about that it was coming out even, and now everyone thought it was in the season pass and it wasn't. So what they're saying on the community update is basically they're 100% committed for everything they said from the start. So all the phases we're going to get, there's no additional change to that whatsoever. Then they go on to say in the last 5 months has given us 4 major updates, including season pass holders, content the Lake Cov, Amandra and 4 vehicles, and the free content for other players like the trail maps and map modding. And more free content is coming in phase 2. Then they're saying, as announced before release in our season pass trailer, the season pass gives access to 4 phases of content. We understand that we haven't been giving you the best visibility of the content for each phase. Yeah, bloody right you haven't, and this is definitely something we'll work on. To be clear, the season pass contains the vast majority of post-launch content and everything that you see as core to the Snowrunner experience, but you can expect bonus mini collectible DLCs outside of it. So what they're saying is that there might be more trucks coming as time goes on. Then it also says the production of the Apache. Now that was brought in, it wasn't confirmed at the launch of the game, so that's why it wasn't included in the season pass, because they didn't know it was going to be in there. That's what they're saying basically. So moving on, phase 1 has just ended with the release of the map Amandra, and we're working hard on phase 2. Well, you should have been nearly done it, shouldn't you? What have you been doing for the last few months? But that's me. Anyway, explore and expand. A lot of long awaited features, including modding on consoles. Did you hear that? Another modding on consoles. Have seen great progress lately, and the team is very excited to share the info about them soon. That same bloody word again, soon. In order to clear any doubt about the content of the next phase or the season pass, you'll find below a complete recap of what's coming in phase 2. So then they've got a picture of the overall 1 year of content, and then we have Snowrunner Season Pass Phase 2 content. So this is what we are actually getting in Phase 2. A brand new Canadian region, 2 new maps of 4 kilometers, which is the same size as Amandra basically, and then we have new main regional objective, building a large core processing plant from scratch. This plant is made of 3 buildings. Players can build the 3 buildings in the order they want by bringing the materials to site in the order they want as well. Now that sounds pretty interesting. And then moves on to the next bit. Though it's technically a winter region, it won't be 100% snow region like Alaska. It'll have a mix of mud, snow, and some parts are flooded. Now that's pretty good to know. And it also says some fast flowing torrents, because it'd be nice to have some of the rivers what we had in Mudrunner. So that's the first bit of the phase 2, and then it says twist to the usual Snowrunner formula. Gameplay is now focused on exploration to find materials and buildings to disassemble to get materials to in brackets before bringing them to the main building site. So vehicles. Now we know about these anyway, but they're actually confirming it now, where they're saying we have a new cat forklift which ties in the material collection mechanic. Right, then the new cat bin truck, the biggest truck ever in the series. 1 new Russian truck as well, which we think that might be the Bora one, and then there's 3 new vehicle skins. Then under miscellaneous we have 2 new extreme cargos. Then phase 2 update free for all players. There's a new option to secure trucks on trailers that was suitable for trucks transportation. About bloody time. Then we have new fully working in-game mod browser. Now the mod browser doesn't actually mean that mods will be in. Now, I think personally we'll have maps before mods, but I'd love to be proved wrong, but I think that's what it is. But that's going to be coming, and that's for all of us, remember. So Phase 2 does bring the in-game mod browser. Then we have new contracts in Alaska and Tamar. And modders will now be able to create full regions with maps tied together. So that will be pretty cool when that comes. So it means that you can add, what, probably 4 maps, and that will make one region. So if there's 4 maps you want, you'll be able to add that to a region, and hopefully that's the way that'll work. Co-op on modded maps will be supported, because remember, at the moment there isn't much support on co-op for a lot of things. That's why everyone still is thinking, oh, we're getting mods, and it's like, well, no, they're not even out properly on PC yet, not on co-op anyway. And then we have weather conditions will be fully synced in co-op, which is cool. Whether they haven't said anything about whether we'll be able to change the time on co-op or not. Then a lot of new settings. Option to disable the truck driver model in cockpit view. Option to set FPS limit to 3060 or unlimited. And advanced video settings on consoles. Right, and then we also say, the last bit they say is we don't have a date for the massive Phase 2 yet, but it will we'll definitely come back to you with a full showcase of the new content and release date. Stay tuned. So there you go. Phase 2 is, well, to be honest, it's not going to be here this month. It's not going to be here next month, is it? It's probably going to be the month after that. It's not even on PTS now at the moment. We're still waiting on that. We're expecting that to come on this week, and there's still no mention of it at the moment. Now, the PTS is the public test server, for those who don't know, and basically the maps go on there first. It gets tested by PC players on the server, and then any bugs they report, and then it gets put out to console, and then we find even more bugs for it. That's how it normally works. So they pick up a few bugs, but it's not until the console players get it, and then it's like, oh, this don't work, and what have you. So there we go. At least we have a news update about Phase 2, and it's looking pretty good. It's nice to have something different where we're making our own processing plants from scratch, and not being able to have to do it in certain orders as well. Just changes things. Brilliant. Can't wait to see that. Righto, that's it for today's Snowrunner news, with details of Phase 2, which will be update 9.0 on the PTS. As soon as that goes on PTS, I will drop you a video and let you know on that straight away, and hopefully we can get to see what it's all about, because it's nice having it in writing there, but it's nice to see some pictures of the new caps and all that sort of malarkey. Righto, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Snowrunner News, and if you did, why not catch me on the next one?